is weird, I know. What is the
It's
word? The
not.
correct word?
I've been doing.
You
Yeah, I've been doing media stuff.
forever. Okay. So let me know when you're rolling. Okay, perfect. All right. So right now I am talking with Zoe from Force Detroit. And Zoe, before we dive into the story I'm working on, walk me through a little bit about what Force Detroit's all about.
Um, Faithfully organizing resources for community empowerment. So we're big on being informed on the issue, being subject matter experts, and providing technical assistance along with resources, direct services for organizations that do the work, community-based violence intervention, as well as operating and doing the work ourselves.
Mm. So we were talking moments ago. Obviously, everyone is aware of what happened over the weekend near the Michigan State Fair with the shooting of a 14-year-old boy who died and his friend who was also 14 years old. You were saying, and it's been revealed that there was some sort of disagreement between the victims and someone else or other people. You said this doesn't happen overnight because there seemed to have been some sort of beef.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the details or the
Mm-hmm.
specifics, but from a behavioral standpoint, this type of behavior does not just appear or happen coincidentally or overnight. It is factors in place that happens before this happens. And our role, our job is to address those factors as far as when it comes to community-based violence intervention. That's our job and our roles to identify conflicts as such that took place and to address those and use our expertise to de-escalate, mitigate, or resolve those conflicts.
I think a lot of people were saying, look, it's not like kids before haven't had disagreements before, but for it to reach this point, and again, we don't know the suspect information or things of that nature, but just the fact that there was a teen boy who passed away. How did we get here where gun violence isn't an issue? It's in the mix.
It's unfortunate. We've always been here since I've been a child. It hasn't been as um, culturally promoted, right, or acceptable as it is now, even within that lifestyle. But we get here because it's an investment in it. It's an investment in us hurting each other. It's an investment in it. Like, and that's what we have to be honest about. It's an investment in us harming each other. And it's been being invested in for decades and centuries, actually. So it has to be an approach. It has to be a real investment in combating this thing. And it didn't come or appear overnight, so it is not going to be resolved overnight. It has to be a long-term investment.
You know, Zoe, I want to give some takeaways for people watching. What would you say to a young person who finds himself engaging in a similar heated disagreement? Or what are some signs that family and friends can be on the lookout and seeing, hey, something's not right?
First and foremost, because I understand the mindset, first understand what you're going through. That way before you take on or you make the decision to victimize someone, understand what you have went through, whether or not you've been victimized. Before you perpetuate that, where are you emotionally and psychologically at for you to go out here and risk your life trying to harm someone and risk the lives of others trying to harm someone for whatever reason it is. I will also say this to the community at large. This includes the parents and everyone else. Be intentional about the type of education, emotional and intellectual education, that you are giving your household, not just your children, your household. We have to learn to behave different because we are faced with different obstacles and adversities. So I would say be very, very mindful of the advantage and disadvantage that we have. Don't play into it. Don't throw your life away because somebody hurt your feelings. Don't throw your life away because you're emotional. Don't harm somebody because you're emotional. Be empathetic. And I would say this specifically to parents. As you raise your children, teach them how to share, because this is the foundation of empathy, sharing. So be intentional when you're dealing with your child, because as we come up in this world, in this society, we're going to be faced with images where we see ourselves, and we're going to be taught to be what we're looking at. And there's a lot of images of us hurting each other.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.